What's going on, everybody? Man, Micah's back with another video. Back here to talk about the AirPods Pro 2. Yes, they are essentially officially called the AirPods Pro 2 or AirPods Pro 2nd generation. I realized I never did a review for you guys, so I thought I'd come here and bring you my thoughts on these and if I could recommend them. Now, of course, for the price of $200 now, no longer $250, and that's probably because we might be seeing a 3rd generation come out soon. But for $200, you're actually scoring a very, very good pair of headphones. You do have the Sony WF-1000 XM5 that just came out. You do also have the AirPods 3 and not the Pro version. Those have been out for a little bit. You have a mix, including the Beats Studio Pros as well. You have some earbuds that can contend with these that would, of course, work with the iPhone. Of course, in Android land, you got the Pixel Buds Pro, the Pixel Buds A, you got the Galaxy Buds Pro 2, you got the Galaxy Buds 2. So there is a variety out there, along with Anchor. You know, the list can go on. But how are the AirPods Pro 2? Well, first of all, let's talk about design. The reason why mine are still white like this, you actually might hear a little bit of cracking in the case top, and that's because I've been rocking this vegan case on it, and I really didn't want to take it off. And I should be dropping a short here shortly if you guys haven't seen that already. But I've had them on the Pods case, so that way it keeps them protected, keeps these looking nice and white and fresh. And that's what I like about these. The case is not like really like severely big. It's pocketable. You forget about it real simple. You have your light indicator, which is very nice. It indicates when they're essentially plenty of charge or green, and then of course orange. It's really making a lot of noise here. Orange, you know, lets you know that it's probably time to charge them soon, and then red, of course, means they're depleted. It's time to charge them. And I find those to be very, very nice indicators. Let me know when to charge. Of course, on the iPhone, if you rock the battery widget, it also lets you know through the rounded battery bar it's probably time to charge these pretty soon, as well as the AirPods themselves. The Pro Buds also give you battery indication on the phone. So I find that to be a very, very strong decision there by Apple to include those things and make sure you can keep these well charged and as usable as possible. Of course, on the side as well, you get like a little keychain piece there that you can hook it onto. And then you got your lightning port at the bottom, which may be getting subbed out for a USB-C port here coming soon, potentially for Apple devices across the fleet. You have your little sound or speaker on the bar or on the case to let you know that, you know, when you put them on a charger, they will make a sound. So I like that also, that little touch there. It's a very solid case. Now in terms of the buds look really nice as well. They're thicker than the AirPods regular edition, and they also fit in the ear better in my opinion, and they charge at the bottom base of the actual bud. Now I have found that the small, I kind of swap between the small and the extra small in terms of the actual ear tip size. I wish that they had wingtips because I always find wingtips to work the best when it comes to earbuds because they stay in your ear a lot better. Shout out to the Galaxy Buds and Galaxy Buds Plus. Please bring that design back, somebody. But overall, I find the design to be very, very solid for the AirPods Pro 2. Now let's talk about software features. Spatial audio, big deal. And if you use Apple Music, which I don't right now, Apple Music has the ability to really use spatial audio and kind of provides other little small things like Dolby Atmos, I believe, as well, that you can utilize with the AirPods Pro 2. And I think that's also a neat feature and like an incentive to use Apple Music because you'll get that much better quality sound out of your pod because they're able to push that out. And so I find that software features from there is nice, especially when you're in Control Center and you press and hold on the sound, the volume slider. It'll bring up your options that you can use for these. And of course you have transparency, which I use the most because I wear these at work. And then you have noise cancellation, which also works very well. I got to really use them the other day when there was some drilling going on at our building at work, and the drilling was taking place right like within 6 feet of me. And when I put noise cancellation on, that sound immediately dwarfed, and it was a lot quieter as a result of the noise cancellation. And then of course you don't have to use either one, you just have it off and just wear them as a regular pair of earbuds. Spatial audio, to jump back on that real quick, works with different apps as well. I noticed with Prime Video, it works with Prime Video, and essentially whatever earbud is closest to the device, the sound will spatially move about in the earbuds to focus. So let's say you turn your head, the sound's gonna move towards that right earbud that's lined up with the phone, and vice versa. If you go to the left, you'll feel the sound kind of revert over to the left earbud. And what it also does is just helps the sounds kind of bounce around from left to right and tries to create this spatial awareness by wearing the buds. And I do like that feature. Sometimes it can be annoying because let's say I left my phone up on my desk and I went to go grab some water or something, then the sound will kind of revert around and it's kind of behind me now, and I'm kind of like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Whoa. So there's some interesting use cases when it comes to that spatial audio. You can turn it off if you wanted to as well. Some YouTube videos work with it, some don't. Some Netflix piece of content works with it, some doesn't. So, you know, play around, pick and choose. You might be able to turn it on anyway, but I definitely know that when I've used it with Prime Video, it works, and it's very interesting having that go on. With iOS 17, not just spatial audio, you have adaptive transparency, which uses a little bit of both noise cancellation and transparency depending on the sounds that are going around you, and will also notice vocal sound. So if someone's talking to you, essentially it will know to go transparent and or also dip the volumes, that way you can have that conversation with somebody. What I hope is it pauses it and then it'll start back up once the talking is done. I don't like it suppressing the sound because I might be listening to something and I want to actually hear what's being said, and I don't want to miss it and have to go back and rewind. So I prefer the earbuds to pause as opposed to just quieting the volume down and then resuming once the conversation's over. That way I don't even have to really touch my earbuds when somebody's coming near me, having to press and hold the stem. Now the other advantage you have is being able to press and hold on one or the other to activate Siri or to switch between noise cancellation and transparency. I like that. With iOS 17, you'll have the ability to press once to actually mute yourself. So instead of having to go into the phone app during the call on the phone and mute, you can mute through either stem and then click it again to unmute yourself. Of course, to double tap is to decline a call or to end a call. And I think to press it once is to activate the call. So you have those use cases with the buds that work essentially seamlessly with the iPhone, and that's what I like about them overall. Sound is also something that is very, very, very good on these, and it is going to really help with how well you have them sealed in your ear. But I've been getting great quality sound out of these, even at a lower volume where I can't have it very loud, and music sounds tremendous on these. Even using the YouTube Music app, I find it to be very vibrant, to be very rich and full, and I don't miss a beat when I listen to these things because the AirPods Pro do a very good job of pushing that sound out and for you to catch every little bit of whatever's happening. And there's no real EQ settings, so it will be nice to see that come. I think some form of an EQ is coming with iOS 17, but don't hold me to it. I know like with the Pixel Buds Pro, there is some form of EQ that you can play around with, and it will be nice to see those come to the AirPods Pro series. But as of now, there's no EQ, but I really haven't had a problem with music or anything that I'm watching. It does a very, very good job of pushing good sound to your ears. At the end of the day, they are also earbuds, so if you're expecting like this walloping sound, it's a little bit hard for any earbud to really push like some grandiose sound to you. But the sounds that you get out of these are very, very solid. And if that's not enough for you, then grab a pair of over-the-ear headphones, because those are going to have way bigger drivers and they encompass your entire ear, so you'll be full of sound in that way. Whereas these are dependent on your ear fit, and given the size of them, you're going to get very good quality sound, but nothing that'll punch you in the mouth unless you turn these like to max, and then you're just trying to deafen yourself. So I wouldn't recommend that. But for $200, these are very solid, and I'm sure the price will continue to come down. You might even find these on Amazon for maybe even 20-30 bucks cheaper. I think they were on sale during Prime as well, so just look out for deals. But $200 as of right now, very solid for a pair of AirPods Pro 2 or earbuds. So let me know down in the comment section below, do you guys use Apple's earbuds, whether it's the AirPods series, the AirPods Pro, or the AirPods Max? Do you like earbuds? Do you have a favorite pair? The comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure to like the like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell, so my videos. So that way you sit back, relax, see what's cracking. Again, Micah signing out to the next video. Wait for it.